All right, Jonathan, let's talk about February tech birthdays. What do we got?
So this month, we're kind of towards the end of the month, and this past week we had two pretty big birthdays. I think
Big. How big were they?
they're like major in the tech industry.
Like, would you say this is major for all ages or a certain age group?
I would say for all ages
Really?
because their products have changed the world.
Oh my gosh. Tell me,
We have first off, we have Michael Dell.
who is Michael Dell?
He is known for the Dell computer. Like that's a pretty popular brand that's out there, still going. And also, he's still going too, still kicking,
Still
still
kicking.
alive.
Cool.
um, and then we also have Steve Jobs. His birthday
What?
was this past week. Rest in peace, Steve Jobs.
His birthday was on the 24th, huh?
Yeah,
Wow.
and he was known for obviously Apple and also Pixar too, and NeXT. What is that? I don't even know what that is. NEXT.
Yeah, I think it was Next Computers.
Oh, the next computers.
Yeah.
All right.
It was a um, short-lived. So it's funny about Steve Jobs is that, a lot of people, he was the type of person that you either loved or you absolutely hated. There was nothing in between. There's nothing, you know, it was just that type of guy. Either you understood him 100% and you were behind him, or you just didn't care for the guy. Um, and so he obviously was one of the original founders of Apple. But then when the company went public, his own board fired him because he was a jerk. He was, in a lot of people's eyes, he was a jerk. If you didn't understand his point of view, he was a jerk. And so and I don't mean that in a bad way. I didn't think, I think I understand people's personalities to know and to separate um when a person's being a jerk and when it's just their personality. And I think that was just his personality.
Mhm.
There wasn't anything that he was really trying to be a jerk about. He was just passionate about his product and he wanted to make sure that it was right and it was different, but not different so that it wasn't adaptable. you know um, so when they fired him, he went and he started off Next Computer. And so the Next Computer was like one of the big competitors to Apple. And they did a documentary on him, and I forget, I think he did a demo, and then Next Computer was either bought out or they hired him back from Next Computer. I forget exactly how the documentary put it. Um, but yeah, it's like, and then I think Apple bought Pixar, or he founded Pixar. I forget how the
Yeah,
whole.
he was part of Pixar or something like that. I remember that.
Yeah, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Michael Dell, this guy started with building his own computers, kind of like the way your brother did.
He's passionate about wanting
Hardware.
to have the best hardware inside your computer.
Yeah. Well, it's not even that. I mean, he just created a bunch of a bunch of different configurations, right? But what was cool about his computers is that the later, the older the product got, the easier it was actually to work with the computer. Especially if you're a hardware guy, you needed hardly any tools. And their industrial level computers were pretty sexy looking. I mean, if
Mhm.
you look at a rack of computers, right? I mean, they're actually on a rack, and you stack them in there. It looks pretty impressive. I've been in a data warehouse where you have a bunch of like high quality machines, things like, I guess back when I was in there, it's like HP was one of the big competitors, Dell was another big competitors, and the way that they build their computers for airflow, I mean, it's pretty nice. They got the budget computers that just make a bunch of fan noise, and they got the high-end computers that make a ton of fan noise. But man, there's a lot of air moving through those components and really keeping them cool. So yeah, his engineers really knew how to build a pretty nice looking machine. They look like little mini refrigerators if you got the right one. So cool. Happy birthday, Michael Dell, and rest in peace, Steve Jobs.